So you believe that there's a goon on the phone every time we talk?
Look, I've got a fucking migraine. I need to go to the gym and work out. I need to go to medicine bag right now. I'm on anger. So how can I help you?
What are you angry about?
I'm angry at circumstances. The things are going to change because I start a new job in the new year.
Are you making more than $10 an hour?
I start a new job during the new year. That's all you need to know.
I know. You told me where you were working. I just don't know what the company does.
Yeah, well, it does best for that.
Did you wear the pink shirt?
No, I didn't wear the pink shirt. I wore that red shirt with a polo. How about that?
You looked horrendous.
Well, I look fine. Okay, that red shirt with a polo is a very expensive shirt.
Yeah, it was back in 1991.
I've got a red, I've got a blue, I've got a white, and I've got a green. So I got all the colors. They're very nice, nice polo. A polo shirt. So I'm sorry that you don't own it.
You're right. My closet's full of Brooks Brothers.
You're polyester. Your closet's probably full of polyester.
George, one of my shirts cost $300, man.
Polyester and denim, which is what you've got. Very much.
How was your Christmas?
I went to church. I went to the Sacred Heart's Cathedral Church for Christmas Eve. It was actually open for half a day, so I went and worked out a little bit for half a day. Went to Teppanyaki Grill, had some turkey, and came home. And I worked a little bit.
So you ate at the church with the homeless?
No, I went to church with a friend. Invited me.
And y'all just happened to have a free meal?
I went to a church with a radio guy that I used to work with back in the 90s, radio station that I ran into.
And he's homeless? Is he homeless too?
Which church? No, he's not homeless. He's a person that makes decent income.
Well, what about going to Kevin's house? Did you go over there?
Actually, I saw Kevin. We went to Starbucks. We got on the disc and got some of those videos and questions that I have to get to the judge in a few days.
What are we gonna do about the 28th?
Who is we? I'm got a couple days to decide. I'm leaning toward a jury.
A jury.
I'm leaning toward a jury. Not to say that I'm going to do that. I've been going back and forth with it.
Well, I've already prepared the notice for jury trial.
Well, I haven't decided. What do you have to do now? I understand why you're so enamored by all this. Why are you enamored? Why are you so curious?
I am facing a serious possible homeless situation.
That shit's still up there. All that shit is still up there.
Nothing's up there, George.
Two fucking videos, too.
What are you talking about?
Markland is more than two videos up there. I can't believe I only did two videos on that actual circuit. Been a complaint because it's more than two videos. I only did two videos on that third. I've been a complaint. There were more than two videos altogether that I saw with my own eyes yesterday.
And
under Markland's channel.
What's Markland's channel?
Fair Use Fever and Real World, Golden Age of Cinema, and there's one other one I can't think of. Well, they're the ones. Golden Age of Cinema, Fair Use Fever, and Real World. All of Markland's shit.
Fair Use Fever. Train wreck caught on camera, The Gorgeous George Show. Interview with the Goons, Marty McFly interviews Mike Saunders. Gorgeous George calls Marty McFly. The Gorgeous George Queen dancing parody.
Again, like my buddy in Germany said, Kevin Ellis, he said that these people want to get close to you so they can keep the drama going. They said if they cut them off in the path, they can't continue the drama.
Oh, I can continue. Oh, I guarantee you I can continue the drama.
As long as you feed them, they're going to continue. And by me talking to you, I'm feeding them.
Well, George, you have a signed contract now. You can't go back on it.
Well, I mean, I technically haven't signed it. I'm going to sign it. But, I mean, technically I haven't signed it. But
yes, you did. You signed it in front of me.
Hold on a second, goddammit. I'm still talking. I'm going to sign the damn fucking thing reluctantly because this shit there that Markland's put up more than 2 fucking videos. Markland's put up more than 2 fucking videos. I can't believe I overlooked that shit.
What do you mean, George?
I'm in a good fucking mood right now because this Christmas was okay, but it looks like Christmases I've had before. Christmas to me is, being with a girl and, fucking in the bed and sleeping till noon and being able to enjoy yourself at a big Christmas feast and all that. And, it is what it is.
Didn't you see Marty's Christmas? Marty bought his wife a new Land Rover.
No, I didn't see that.
Range Rover, excuse me.
Okay, well, I didn't know. I don't go there. I mean, and how do you know?
We're friends, George, on Facebook.
We're friends on Facebook.
He bought himself a new Porsche.
Okay, so what's the point of that? Tell me that.
Look at that message you just had about the postal inspector coming from Allison Park, Pennsylvania. Take a wild guess what was sent to me in the mail. It has definitely gone too far. Plastic bag of shit. Postal bag coming from Allison Park. Unbelievable. Whoever sent it is definitely going to jail. The postal inspector is going to try to trace the anonymous sender.
Yeah, and they did nothing. They did absolutely fucking nothing. It's bullshit.
Well, what exactly?
Why are you regurgitating that shit?
What exactly did you expect the postal inspector to do?
I expected the postal inspector to look at the mail. I expected the postal inspector to track the mail where it came from.
He looked at it and said, "Yep, that's shit."
See, the postal inspector needed to track where it came from. Who was the one that sent it? I know where it was sent from. I know who was behind it. It was Markland.
Well, Markland has not sent you shit.
Markland was behind that when it was sent. Look, man, I'm not happy because there was 4 things that I overlooked that he's put on his damn channel. Probably new stuff. During this damn lawsuit, there's more shit that he's put up on those damn channels and on that channel. So I'm not happy with it.
So he flew to Pennsylvania to mail you shit and flew back.
There's more than 2 fucking videos. More than 2 fucking videos. He gets off without a blemish. He gets off scot-free. Without a blemish, he gets off scot-free.
There's no videos here, George, about you.
Bullshit.
George, every one of these are him mocking you. None of them are your videos. I'm looking at none of them. There's Trainwreck. There's Interview with the Goon.
There's one where he's got, a video where I'm wearing the blue suit and taking a show about drinking count or whatever, saying that me and Kevin were drunk. Drinking count, or whatever. And he's got a video of me mocking myself. On a video of me mocking myself or whatever.
So how is that your video?
Well, it's my fucking video. It's what I produced.
He's got that fair use fever. Dun-dun-dun.
It's what I put up there. It's what I put up through my production, and he's taking it and he's using it.
Well, George, I like your show. I want to come back on and play Marty McFly.
That will never happen. Especially when you start mentioning that.
So I got to do my own show, is what you're telling me.
Dude, I'm not. This Mr. Holmgren and I are not fucking friends. Okay?
Why?
Holmgren and I are not fucking friends.
He said to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas too. But we're not friends.
Well, why not?
Because there's too much shit that's been done.
Can't we get past that?
Well, when the Yard Wars comes down, then I'll consider it.
He offered to do that. He offered to do that.
Well, it's still not.
Hey, you wouldn't do it. He offered to do that.
It is still up.
You didn't agree to the terms.
I don't know what you're talking about, agree to terms.
He said that if you...
No, I agree. No, I'm not. Look, that shit's still up.
He said that if you agreed to dismiss it with prejudice, that entire channel would magically vanish.
That I'm going to, it should be removed first. It should have been removed first. Then I would have, No, but I mean, seriously. That shit should have been removed a long time ago.
He offered to do it. You didn't want that. That wasn't to your liking.
Well, it's without prejudice. That's right. Without prejudice, means that if I have to, if it occurs, then I have to reopen it. I will. I have to reopen it. I will.
You wouldn't agree, George.
I'm released into this and signing this. It should be adequate enough for them to remove the shit.
George, you wouldn't agree.
I'm agreeing to doing this. They should remove the damn shit. All that shit.
Well, George, they did agree. You just didn't agree to do it.
All right, well, I'm tired of seeing that shit up there. I'm tired of seeing all that shit still lingering.
Who's this hideous bitch with Kevin?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look.
What are you talking about?
I mean, George, if you don't like what's on Fair Use Fever, it's like you tell me. Just don't look at it. Mary Elizabeth Jones.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, I know who it is. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, what?
That bitch looks like a troll. She looks like she lives under Will Malton's couch.
No comment.
I understand.
That's not my friend.
When can we have some lunch, George?
Excuse me?
I want to go have lunch with you.
Yeah, people want to know what I swear.
I'm willing to buy you a meal, George.
All right, well, I'm watching, let's make a deal with Wayne Brady right now first. Watch that till 11. I don't have to.
How much rent is paid up at the motel?
I need a car payment.
How much is that?
$200.
Have you paid the rent?
I'm from my bill today. The Lord 7 days to make the world. So therefore, let's just say that I'm behind. But
Are you working with the property?
I'm not going to get into all. You can read between the lines.
Well, George, just don't pay the car note. They don't know where it is, so how are they going to repossess it?
Car payment needs to be paid, and the car insurance needs to be paid.
I don't understand why. I mean, you can just repossess it, George.
I'm not having that repossessed. Look, I'm not having it repossessed. How can I help you?
I want to know how you do it.
I'm hanging in. I'm not doing great, but I'm hanging in.
Why don't you file for bankruptcy?
Can't do that.
Why not?
What is this shit you got up here?
What, George?
you send me on topic or something that I told Kevin?
We know everything you say and do.
No, you don't know anything. Kevin keeps this damn wide open. That's how they're able to see.
Your personal messages to Kevin are on wide open?
Well, yeah, they're able to see that. I mean, I know that. I mean, so that's how you all are able to see all the shit that Kevin does. Kevin refuses to lock down his channel. My channel's locked down like Fort fucking Knox.
Why is that?
It's that because I don't want imbeciles like you know who, and you know like your compadres to know my business.
George, we just want to help you.
You want to help me like the devil, like Lucifer wants to help the fucking help the people that he tempts.
Well, George, lean not on your own understanding, but every word that come out of the mouth of money.
Listen, Mike, you know, I'm having issues, yes, and I need to get caught up with things, yes. But I'll be goddamn, you're going to dangle shit on the character. You're going to dangle something. I'm going to fucking, like a dangling stick. I'm going to do it.
What am I dangling, George?
No, you're dangling shit.
What am I dangling other than this penis in front of your lips?
No, money. What you're dangling.
I haven't said a word about money. I am facing a serious possible homeless situation.
I'm going to have a contest.
My vehicle transmission is shot, and that's my money vehicle. Without it, I'm screwed. Can we have lunch, George? George?
I don't know. I got to work. I got to work. I got to make some money.
All right. Well, I'll call you in a little bit.
I got to make some fucking money. I don't, you know, not having, you know, no help here. So, I mean, shit.
Well, just don't pay the car note, George. Fuck it.
No, I'm going to have to pay it.
Why? They don't know where the car is.
Doesn't fucking matter. It has to be paid.
Why? You've never paid anything before on time. Why are you worried about that?
Okay.
George.
I gotta go.
George, listen to me. If you don't pay the car note, you can afford the rent.
I've got to pay the car insurance. I've got to pay the car payment. If not, then I have a problem.
Well, then just use the car payment to pay the car insurance, George. How'd they go repossess something they don't know where it is?
You asked me, well, I'm telling you, I'm not to pay those two payments. So, you know, everything I'm saying is broadcast. Everything I'm saying is broadcast now, you know. So, what you know, I mean, it's like putting oil in a gasket. It's going to leak right out.
Or like putting transmission fluid in a transmission without a rear seal.
Yeah, well, no, it's not leaking, by the way. It's actually, you know, so there. Not leaking. It's actually working.
Because I fixed it.
You didn't fix it. The can of transmission fluid fixed.
Yeah. George, see, you don't have to pay the car note because all they'll do is go to 1307 and say it's gone.
Listen, I'm not. They can get it. Look, I don't want to have this discussion with you. Okay? What else can I say? I mean, what else do you want? Yeah, I haven't gotten this letter yet. I haven't gotten the signature yet.
It's in the mailbox. It'll be in the mailbox about 2:30.
How do you know that?
I know everything.
You obviously don't know shit because it was supposed to be in my Friday last week.
Well, George, it's in the mail. I checked the docket this morning and nothing's there. I mean, what do you want me to do?
Okay, so what are you telling me? So how do we know it's going to come in your bank?
I know everything.
You know nothing. It's like Colonel Schultz and Holy Cheerers. I know nothing.
I know you have less than $112 to your name.
How do you know? I have less than what?
$112.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, you think you know. You think you know.
1307 is gone.
Okay, what's the point of you telling me that? I can get it back.
Have you made those copies of the videos that Judge Gibney asked you to make?
That's why Kevin and I were at the Starbucks yesterday.
Do you have them burned onto a DVD that can be played in the courtroom?
Kevin's working on it. How about that? How about that? The one you said that's not my friend.
Does he know what court? Does he know what format the court uses?
We're gonna put him on a disc, and we're gonna give the disc to the.
Huh. It sounds bad to me. Does he know how the court expects them to be played?
They're gonna be played a disc. I gotta call them right now. I gotta tell them that the only form I've got is the disc. They're burning it on a disc. And there's a lot of stuff to burn, but I'm giving him a few copies, a few samples of what's there. There's a lot of shit that needs to be taken down.
Well, George, you're supposed to have the case number and everything evidenced as an independent exhibit.
Saunders, I will take care of it. Don't you worry. I got until the 31st to do that. I got until the 28th to decide whether I want a jury or not. And right now I'm leaning toward a jury, though I might change my mind again.
George, you don't even know what the fuck voir dire is. How you go pick a jury? How, George? How you do it? Tell me. Tell me how.
I know what.
Well, you don't even know what. You told me voir dire wasn't even an English word.
I've never heard of that.
Never heard of the word voir dire.
Vortex. Yeah, I know what vortex is, but no, not voir dire.
Here, I'll send you something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm educated. I know a lot of things.
You got the education of a small cat.
Yeah. Well, at least I didn't have to. I didn't spend any time in the jail cell. Bring folks in the jail cell.
You know what's funny about my time in the jail cell?
Yeah, you were hitting on pretty much everything that moves.
I made more money in 1 year. I made more money in 1 year than you've made in the last 5.
Yeah, well, you were in the jail cell hitting on the freaking inmates for cigarettes.
Learning my learnings in a jail cell.
Yeah. You know what, man? You've been in jail a few times. I've never been in a jail. I've never been in a jail cell.
Well, George Kristen's been in jail a few times. Prostitution twice. But she's not a whore.
What's the purpose of bringing that up to me?
Well, George,
where do you get your information?
The background reports, George. Kristen's been arrested for prostitution.
Well, that's still hearsay.
Why do you think I picked her up and introduced you to her?
First of all, you didn't introduce me to her. Bo introduced me to her. Okay? Get that straight. It wasn't you. It's Bo.
George, it was me. In your van, trying to get you some pussy.
No, it had nothing to do with that, and it was nothing about that. I wasn't looking for that.
George, we both know that's false. She's
Well,
got 4 counts of assault and battery, and she ain't even paid her court fines, George.
We were talking about her coming on the show. What she did. And Bo was the one that did that. Bo was the one that orchestrated it.
That's not true.
Okay. Well, you don't think it's true?
Will mocking response to George Jerry.
We went to Bo's place, and I met her there at Bo's place, and you were in the car, but it wasn't necessarily you.
Well, who else was it?
No, you were in the cab. I had her contact information. I contacted her, said, hey, we're here. You're Bo's. You want to meet here? And she came.
That's a goddamn lie.
I had her information to get in contact with her.
That's a goddamn lie, George.
It wasn't a lie. Bo was the one that introduced me to her prior. And they were trying to get her to come on the show. Then I had her information. We were already friends on Facebook long before you and I went to Bo's trip. Yeah. That's how we contacted her through Messenger. Well, I had her phone number, so I called her on her phone number. I called her there, and we got her. And she was
Kristen Ariel Connor is a postal inspector whore.
Man, I don't want to hear this shit.
Do you know why you like Kristen so much? Because she's a failure at life like you.
That's your opinion. I like her. I think she's a great girl. So I don't want to hear this shit.
She's a whore.
Well, that's your opinion. So is Christina. She's a whore also.
Yes, she is.
Christina, your ex is a whore.
That's right.
All right. So I don't, whatever. But see, I'm not dating Kristen. I'm not dating Kristen. I had no designs on her. I like her because she's a good girl.
Well, George, but she's a criminal. You said you don't associate with those people.
Says who?
Says the goddamn internet. She's got 15,000 convictions.
The internet says that she is. Makes it so.
Well, that's cool. That's what you say. You say the internet says I'm a criminal.
But man, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear this. I don't care. I don't care about that.
So it's okay for her to be a criminal, but not me, even though I fought for right and freedom. And she's a drug addict.
Mr. Sackers, so were you.
She's a drug addict, George.
So were you.
How come you don't see pictures of me on the internet smoking marijuana?
Well, unlike you, she had a medical condition.
Is that so?
She had a medical condition. She had cancer.
She did.
She had cancer, and she was trying to use holistic treatment to treat it.
She had cancer.
That's correct.
And the kids have to take themselves to school because she sleeps all day and rants on the internet all night. Mama! Mama!
Look, you don't want to have this discussion. So, can we not talk about her?
I want to have it with you.
What's the purpose of having it with me only to upset me? Piss me off.
She did not have cancer. The hospital said that she was treated at said she had no record of cancer.
Hey, you don't like her because she didn't put out. Okay?
I can buy pussy. I wouldn't buy that ugly bitch. I bought her. I tried to buy her for you.
Like what on rights? You know that little term, white on rice? You put a lot of people on her like white on rice.
Because she was a warm mouth to put a fat dick in.
She didn't put out. That's why your pride is hurt.
I just want. You really think that ugly, hideous, 75-year-old looking, cracked out meth bitch?
First of all, sir, she's 34 years old. She could be 35.
And why does she look 60?
She does not look 60. She has a golf look to her. She's a cute girl.
George, she used to suck nigger dick in the back of the rabbit, and that's why they wouldn't let her dance anymore.
Okay. Why do you have to resort to that?
Sucking nigger dick in the back of the fucking rabbit.
Okay, well, you know what, man? I don't care what she used to do. She doesn't do that anymore. If she did, she doesn't do that anymore, and that's hearsay.
It is not. That's my testimony.
Well, okay, that's your testimony. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it.
I'm sucking a golf ball through a garden hose.
Okay, well, you suck dick also.
She could.
You suck dick also. So what's the difference there?
So what she used to do is okay, but anything else could be held against them. Anything I do is bad, but she can suck.
Look, listen. Can you be a fucking serious person to watch? Can you say, hey man, I'm so sorry. sorry about what's going on with you. Just, I hope things get better. And just leave it at that. I mean, stop fucking trying to pick at me. Okay? Stop fucking, I make all this money in a fucking day, and I make all this money. When I come to you and say, hey, yeah, you brag about all this, boisterous about all this fucking money you make. When I come to you, man, and I say, hey, look, I really need some help. Hey, my husband won't let me do it. Okay, fine. So then stop poking at me. What's the point of that? Well, let me go. What's the point of this circle fuck? I don't want to discuss anything about Kristen to you. Okay?
What about Jamie?
That most definitely not. Most definitely not. I told you too damn fucking much. I confided in you. I told you too fucking much.
George, I didn't say you raped her. She did. You can't be mad at me.
Say what?
I said I didn't say you raped her. It was Angela that told Marty you raped her.
No, better than that. Angela did talk to them because she was pissed off, but she knew better than that. Angela did not say that at all. Angela thinks that we never actually had consensual sex, but she did say that I raped her.
Marty told you that he didn't get his information from me, yet you say it's me.
Well, that's not true.
Did Marty McFly tell George Yarrett that he did not get his information from me, that it was gotten from Angela?
Who are you talking to?
You.
First of all, I'm not mentioning Marty's name in the same breath as Jamie's name and Angela. That doesn't make sense. Angela and I had a major argument because she had designs for me, and I didn't think of her that way. Okay.
Brenda too.
Well, Brenda is a kook.
But you're the one who goes and see her. George, we were on the phone the other day. Marty even told you that you need to look harder at your friends and stop accusing me. Someone close to you is the person who leaks everything, George. And he told you this in front of me.
Well, I haven't spoken to Angela in almost a year. So she could have said anything because she's bitter. Because she did not like Jamie. She did not like Jamie. And every time she keep bringing shit up about her. And I said, I don't want to hear it.
Well, Jamie's got that $1 million pussy.
Excuse me?
Jamie had that $1 million pussy. All you had to do was give her a couple of perks and you could fuck her.
Let me tell you something. That's where that's where you go against anything. That's where you really piss me off.
I got a crack whore right now named Crystal. You could fuck. She's like 30, 32. She's an ugly bitch, but she's skinny and she'll suck a dick for a perk.
Have you seen a church? Have you been in a church at all in your life?
Have I been? Oh, yes.
Have you been in a church? Have you seen the inside of a church?
Yes.
I doubt that seriously.
George, I was raised by a preacher.
Okay.
I preached my first sermon at 15.
That's a good one.
Have you found Jesus, George? Are you trying to save me? Do you think Jesus will save you? You can give your heart to God, but your ass belongs to Marty McFly.
You know what?
You can give your heart to Jesus.
That's not even.
But your ass belongs to Martin Holman. If Jesus existed, George, you would not be in the position you in. Looky here, Marty driving a Porsche, his bitch driving a Range Rover in a beautiful country. Meanwhile, you, days away from homelessness and starvation, one starter away from losing it all. How is that Jesus?
I'm not really giving a fuck what you think. Okay? I don't give a fuck what you think. You obviously have no fucking filter. You have no fucking. You just say and just say what's on the top of your mind, man. You need to just understand. I mean, I've got a Jesus freak, but I'm looking at myself right now.
So you're trying to find the Lord. Well, George, I can help you accept Jesus.
How is a fucking atheist going to help you find Jesus?
Well, George, all you have to do is confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that God raised Jesus from the dead, and you will be saved.
I know that, motherfucker. I know that, motherfucker. I was baptized in a church when I was 2 months old.
Was that an outward expression of your inward belief in the Lord Jesus at 2 years old?
I was baptized in a church.
They tried to drown you and you wouldn't go.
Excuse me?
When they realized how horrible of a human you'd be, they tried to drown you in the fucking baptism pit and you wouldn't go. Why is Jesus punishing you so bad? What have you done in your life?
I'm not being punished.
Bullshit. What do you call it?
I'm not being punished. I'm just going to a Rocky Patch. So.
But George, this Rocky Patch has been going on for 10 years now.
No, not really. Not really. I made some mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes.
George, if you're being blessed, I'd hate to see somebody being punished.
Well, no, I made some mistakes. I made a lot of fucking mistakes. You can't go back. You can't go back in time. As much as you want to go back, you can't.
I don't want to go back. Back sucked.
No, I like to go. I like to go back at least 15 years. I go back 15 years to what I know now. I'd be a long time later.
How did you arrive at those mistakes, George?
I'm not.
Was it the first time? Did you realize it was rape?
No, we're not doing interview sessions. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not. I made mistakes. Okay.
Well, how did you make so many in such a consecutive order?
I made enough mistakes that pretty much cost me. I enjoyed going. I went to different countries. I went to England. I went to Montreal. I went to Quebec.
You are the biggest loser.
What are you talking about? I went to Montreal, England. I went to different places. To Vegas, New Orleans, Seattle.
George, you are the biggest loser.
Well, coming from you, that's a joke. Because I'm not. Okay? I know what you want to do.
I am the only person who calls and checks on you.
Well, people on like a stick, and I'm not going to allow. Not going to allow.
Okay.
It's you.
I'm Dewey Man. I am not Dewey Manlove.
What Danny calls you.
No, he doesn't. He's never called me some shit like that.
Okay, well, whatever. So Dewey Manlove is you. Your Hawking Melody at gmail.com.
It is not.
Okay, well, then who is it?
I don't know, but it ain't me.
So who is a rouge troll? Does he have rouge on his face?
Rogue, dumbass. Rogue, you fucking fool. You
Rogue.
keep listening to Kristen. All you do is listening to her.
Okay, so rouge rogue. Okay, so what is a rogue troll?
One which the inner circle does not have control of. See, your stupidity has gained many fans, and these people are fans. Your show has 300 people. Hold on, don't hang up.